Hello. Um, Let me come on screen. Okay, first of all, I'd like to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. This is Stephen, broadcasting live from Wiltshire in England. Our topic today is security and 5 that we can avoid by pre-planning. Now, I have to say at the beginning that the whole. Okay, first of all, I wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous. I interrupted myself there. Basically, those that know, security-wise and performance-wise, I've got this video playing on my mobile, and I check that I've got video and I check that I've got sound. I know we've got sound, so we can actually carry on. So let's look at the show card for today. And today is shocking live stream risks you must avoid. And I've got to be honest here, there won't be shocks to everybody, but there will be areas, because we can control the security around our live broadcasts, and the majority of them go ahead without any problems. Anyway, I have a couple of people helping me on the show today, and if I first of all go to the chat and connect the chat, and then I'm going to introduce you to the first of, well, not co-host. If we go here, let's try this. This is something new.
My name is Mira, and here is today's agenda. Introduction 1, unauthorized access and stream hijacking. 2, data breaches and sensitive information leaks. 3, inappropriate or offensive content in the chat. 4, content piracy and unauthorized recordings. 5, technical failures and downtime. 6, choose a secure streaming platform. 7, train your team. 8, communicate with viewers. 10, stay updated on security trends. Remember, a secure live stream is not just about technology. It's about building trust and delivering a seamless professional broadcast.
Thank you. So that's basically, for those of you listening, I'll just go over to the chat, and the chat is coming through, and I said initially, hello everyone, and then a comment coming in, and an observation that it's very choppy. Okay, is that a sound? Video or sound? Can you be a bit more explicit? Because I can make changes to both. Okay. Well, I hope everything is okay. And another message coming through. Happy New Year. Alec is in the house. Alec, can you give me a little bit of direction here? I've just been told that the broadcast is a little bit choppy. So if you could help by identifying it. And over to Alec. Just a minute, the conversation is coming through. I'm going to take these out of turn. I know I am. Well, the sound is choppy. Okay, let's see what we can do with the sound. Okay, how is the sound now? Okay, when I listened to it a few moments ago on my mobile phone, it was okay. So if you could check it out and just see what it's like now, it's improved. Just a minute, let's have the discussion. And video as well. Okay. This is not a good start. It looks okay on my mobile. Let's just go back here a minute. It's settling in. Thank you very much. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually read your name. Terry, thank you. And Alex said video as well. But Alex also says something which is important, which is Happy New Year. Hopefully everything will settle down. Yeah, I've got instant reaction in the studio when I lower and raise my hands, which is my acid test. So I'm going to suggest that things are improving. Okay. Right. Okay. So back on topic, and we'll see what we can do with today's topic, which is, as I said, 5 shocking live stream risks you must avoid. And we're going to go through them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the agenda, and there's the agenda beside me. I'm going to put the agenda full screen. Lady ready for us a moment ago. Let's just remind ourselves. I'll put a screen. There's the agenda for today, which is securing your live streams. It's okay now. Brilliant. Let's put that on screen. 95% okay now. So hopefully we'll be 100% shortly. Okay. Charlie. Right. So your live streams, 5 risks to avoid. We're doing the introduction at the moment. Unauthorized access. First topic: unauthorized access and stream hijacking, data breaches, and sensitive information leaks. A lot of this we're actually in control of. Yeah, let's go this way around. Hopefully this will make things better. Just a minute. Let's put that there. Yep, it's going. Okay, I can see a slight judder there, but I'll take 95%. Okay, so today's agenda: unauthorized access and stream hijacking, data breaches and sensitive information leaks, inappropriate or offensive content in the chat. And today the chat is very appropriate and very helpful. Thank you both. And content piracy and unauthorized recordings, technical failures. And yes, now that's one that resonates at this very moment, because we do have technical problems. This is all down to the fact that this is the internet and there are so many moving parts, and sometimes they don't just play together. But I think if Alex says 95%, given his background, I'm going to say 95% is getting close to being good. I'm going to actually just close something down. Okay, so close something down. That should help. So I've not got anything I don't need open. Okay, so technical problems and failures we'll definitely be talking about. And then choose a secure streaming platform. Train your team, communicate with viewers, and stay updated on security trends. Okay, now, taking these in order, I'm just going to ask somebody to join us just a moment. This will happen once more. What we're going to do is look at unauthorized access and stream hijacking. Now, basically, the problem with this is it's totally in our control, in that we don't want to give. If you're broadcasting live and you're broadcasting to a destination using RTMP, you do never, ever want to give the stream key that you get to anybody else. It is totally private to you. Don't give your stream key to anybody. That way, that gives them ability to broadcast on your channel. And Alec has come back and fixed it. What did you close down? Now 100%. Okay. I closed down my mobile phone, and was the main thing. I think that was the problem, actually. I forgot to put my mobile phone on 4G. So we've got 2 internet streams competing with each other. So that's a lesson learned. I mean, I do use the mobile just to check that everything is okay. When it started off, it seemed okay, but with help from yourself and from Terry, I think we've now got to the bottom of it, and we're now working perfectly. Okay, so if you're broadcasting and you're broadcasting to to an RTMP destination, it will give you a stream key. Now, the thing is, if I broadcast to Facebook, let's come back to me for a minute, because we know we're okay now. If I broadcast to Facebook, and I broadcast via RTMP, I get two pieces of information that allow me to broadcast. The first is the stream URL, and the second is the stream key. Now, the unfortunate thing is that the stream URL stays the same for everybody. So everybody knows what the Facebook streaming URL is. So the only piece of information they need to broadcast on your part of the system is your stream key. So keep your stream key safe. Now, if you're setting up events, then the stream key will change every time, and you're not to give it away between the time you actually broadcast up and you actually start broadcasting. But don't ever give a stream key to anybody. They are personal to us, and yeah, so it's under your control. Don't give the stream key to anybody else. Okay, now also to do with hijack. This is incredibly, this is still relevant. Passwords. In order to get into my OneStream Live Studio, I can either sign in with Google, or I can sign in with email and a password. Now, the fact about the password is never use a password of password. Always make sure that you have a virtually unique password for access to your live streaming system. It's simple, straightforward to do, but I've no doubt that the thing is that you're pretty safe if you use an 8-character password with a capital letter and an exclamation mark in somewhere, or whatever you want to put in there. Have a unique password and don't give it to anybody else. In other words, don't let other people log into your account. The problem with that is that if people log into your account and all of a sudden you get hacked, is it your fault or is it your friend's fault? Okay. And the question coming in, which I'll take, is anyone watching online programs? Okay. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay, back in the day, this is me back. Questions come in, and anybody watching online programs? Okay, thank you for the question, Terry. Yes, is the answer to that. Though it has changed over the years. When we went live 8 years ago, you get thousands of people watching the whole broadcast and hundreds of people watching live. That's now changed totally. And people now actually watch a video on replay, because with a live broadcast, I'm going to 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're not free at 10 a.m. Eastern, you can catch it anytime after I've finished. So you can watch it today, tomorrow, next week, or even a month's time. Most of the broadcasts that I do are evergreen. So the topic is relevant today and tomorrow. So you watch my videos anytime, but the vast majority of the audience actually watches the replay. And next question, and it's still choppy for Terry. Anyway, I've got to carry on. I shall watch this back afterwards and see what happens. I think I'm going to stop. I think if I do that, just a minute, let me just make a change. I'm just going to go here, because you know what we're talking about now. Okay, I'm going to switch this off, because you know that we're talking about securing your live stream, so I don't need to show that on screen, and I can just click there and just come back and to the chat. So we should be okay now, should be improving, and I'm going to stay with it. So yeah, I mean, majority of people watch a live broadcast on the replay. and it's a fact of life. It's all changed. And the other thing that's changed that we're going to be talking about is the length of time people actually watch. Over to Alec. And with Stream Live, you watch 24/7 online. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to ask that question as far as the 24/7 channel is concerned. Come back with a definitive answer. You can have a 24/7 broadcast to actually catch everybody. But in order to do that, the broadcast itself has to be put through a process which converts it from a normal video to I can be played for 24 hours. So there is this, basically, if you put a video up for 24 hours, it's not there when you finished. Yeah. It's not recorded by YouTube. They don't keep a 24-hour recording. It's just on a loop. Yeah. It's very, I don't know. I've got questions about it, which I'm going to ask tomorrow, and I'll come back with the answers, Alec. But yes, you can stream 24/7. Yes, interesting. I mean, to put together a community broadcasting system where people do provide content is a dream of mine. Yeah, so everybody's trying broadcast on OneStream Live can actually send their videos. We put the videos on a channel. The channel can broadcast 24/7. And get a lot of people involved. Potential is there. The technical side of it has been answered. Okay, let's just remind ourselves of the agenda. So I'm just going to go picture in picture again. And we're going to go over here. Let's just wait. Yeah, we're back. Unauthorized access. So stream keys, passwords are important. The other thing that's important is quite a number of sites have got now two-factor authorization, 2FA. Do use that when it's available. Use 2FA to actually log into a site. Okay, and in OneStream Live, what we can do within OneStream Live itself, what we can do is we can have a team. So it's not just ourselves broadcasting. I mean, I'm on the enterprise version of the software, and I can have a team of up to 10 members. Now, those 10 members can do everything apart from go live. They can't come into the studio. They can set up and broadcast to other destinations. They can set up the 24/7 channel, but they can't come into the studio. But you can have up to 10 people to actually help you. Okay, now to summarize point one, which to remind ourselves, because a lot happened in the last quarter now, unauthorized access and stream hijacking. Just to run through that again. Okay, secure your stream keys. Don't let anybody else have them. Use strong passwords. Enable 2FA where it's available, two-factor authorization, and limit admin access. And to summarize what I've just been saying, I have an assistant today, and this should play perfectly.
Securing your live streams is crucial to protect your content, audience, and platform. Employ strong passwords for all accounts, enable two-factor authentication wherever possible, and regularly update your software and hardware to patch security vulnerabilities. Be wary of suspicious links and downloads, and monitor your stream analytics for any unusual activity. Consider using a VPN to encrypt your internet traffic, especially when streaming from public Wi-Fi.
Right, okay. I want to say thank you and an explanation. I'm using video in today's broadcast, and I've played 2 videos so far. In fact, there are only 2 videos today. But I'm using a system called HeyGen, and basically that allows me to vary what I'm actually broadcasting. So rather than looking at me for 45 minutes, I'm going to introduce you to people, and they will be talking about sections of the broadcast. That's going to happen increasingly throughout the broadcast where it's relevant. And it's just a joy to do. just a note, I am using HeyGen for all the videos. They look real, they sound real. I don't know. What do you think about the quality? If you're still here, Alec, what did you think about the quality of the videos that have been in there? Okay. So that was succinct and to the point. Okay. The second item on our agenda today is data breaches and sensitive information. Now, sensitive information in this regard is personal information. You know that I'm Stephen Healy from Wiltshire. If you search for Stephen Healy, you'll find that I'm in Devices. What you won't find on my side is my address. I do not give away too much personal information in live broadcasting. As far as this is concerned, I'm Stephen Healy from Wiltshire. And I suggest that you adopt a similar approach. Giving out personal information on a live broadcast can be tempting, but just don't do it. Because there are people out there. I mean, we assume that everybody is a good person. That's the first assumption. And they've got to prove themselves bad by their actions. But not everybody is a good person. And the more information you give out, the easier it is for people to actually impersonate you. Simple as that. And so bear that in mind. Okay. So basically, as far as this is concerned, okay, and an update from Alec. HeyGen is working very well. Did you consider a clone of yourself, though? I have. Have you not seen it? Okay, I've got clones everywhere. The promo video I did for this, yeah, is in fact a clone. I should have brought it with me. If you check out my Facebook or where else did I go? I didn't go to LinkedIn, but I now use a clone. Basically, with HeyGen, we can do clones. And I just want to play the video again so that we know what we're talking about. So let's go to the media, and I'm just going to play this video.
Securing your live streams is crucial to protect your content, audience, and platform. Employ strong passwords for all accounts, enable two-factor authentication wherever possible, and regularly update your software and hardware to patch security vulnerabilities. Be wary of suspicious links and downloads, and monitor your stream analytics for any unusual activity. Consider using a VPN to encrypt your internet traffic, especially when streaming from public Wi-Fi.
So that is an example of what Alec is talking about, which is HeyGen. And it is, well, it does simply work. I mean, that lady there is obviously real somewhere, but she didn't say those words. And the thing is that you can take an avatar, a video avatar, and you can give them a script to read. And that's what I did with Breezy earlier today. I put a script together, and then I went into HeyGen and typed in the words, and they were read perfectly, I think. The other thing you can do, just going off on HeyGen for a moment, is that you can have a personal avatar. Now, I've got 20 personal avatars. All of them are dressed differently, so that I can basically, if I'm doing a promo for this show, or I'm doing a promo for anything, or even I'm actually going to be using clones or personal avatars in my Udemy course for OneStream Live, which is upcoming. So yeah, the other thing is, so I'll go back to the chat before I get too carried away. Okay, and going down. Hopefully this is, voice has now lost 90%. I'm having a nightmare. Just a minute. How is the voice now, Alec? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, what I'm going to do is, if you're staying, Alec, what I'm going to do is I'm going to and I've frozen. I know I've frozen, but I'm going to change the microphone. Testing 1 2. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the AGM video file on screen. It's basically back in its box. So the only things that are on screen are me and the card. My video, my sound should now be okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, and then I'm going to explain what is causing the problem. Hopefully, if my sound is okay now, let's just do a check, shall we? And I'm going to go here and go here and go to video and go here, and I'm just going to press play and increase the volume. It's causing the problem. Hopefully, if my sound is okay now. Right, I've just a minute. I've just checked the sound. Just a minute. Yeah. I've just checked the sound on YouTube. So I know I'm hearing myself on YouTube. And I know that the sound is now 100%. So, and just so you know, just let me tidy things up. Okay, I've got the video on YouTube, and that's on 4G, and it's playing, and the sound is fine. So I'll check the whole video back later. But if the sound is fine now, I know what the problem is. I was tempted this morning to delete an app, and the app is Crisp, KRISP. It's gone. It's noise cancellation. I've got noise cancellation in OneStream Live. I don't need Crisp. I'm going to give Crisp the boot, the order of the boot, and then we'll be okay. Okay, that's my grand plan. So straight after this broadcast, I'm going to delete Crisp. Okay, but at least everything's working again now. Okay, so okay, and Alex is coming. I'll close down and log in again. Okay. This is a problem in terms of securing the site. I've secured it as far as, and Alex saying it's okay now. Good, thank you. I'm glad you agree. That's good. Basically, yeah, I'm going to keep Crisp in touch. This is the microphone direct, and it seems to be almost perfect. Okay, now don't, if I come back here, right, use a secure network. Now, there is no reason not to use a secure network, and we're getting all clear from Alec now, which is good. I think my machine is, and we're actually looking good. Okay, we're only 29 minutes into the broadcast though. Okay. Don't share sensitive information. Secure your network with a secure internet connection. And this is the big thing. Avoid public Wi-Fi. Don't broadcast on public Wi-Fi. It's not secure, and you could get hacked. So do not broadcast on public Wi-Fi. And that basically clears our item 2, data breaches and sensitive information leaks. Plan ahead. Don't share sensitive information. Secure your network. And where possible, encrypt your data. That's not always possible, but encrypting is good. So I'm going to go here. We're going to go for it. Right, so I'm back now. Okay, and we're working well. And yeah, we all get gremlins from time to time, and it is when you're live broadcasting, as I am now, there are certain things I can do. I can close down tabs. I've only got 2 tabs open at the moment. I've only got 1 browser open. I've only got Ecosia, Ecosia, which is a brilliant browser. It's not memory hungry like Chrome. So I'm not broadcasting from Chrome. I'm broadcasting from Ecosia, which is quite an amazing system, but not very well known. Unless you've heard of it, Alec. Ecosia. So back to our agenda. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about next. So just let me put this full screen for a second, and then I'll take it off full screen. We're going to talk about inappropriate or offensive content in the chat. There are two things in relation to this. When you're broadcasting to YouTube, there is a bot which will monitor the chat, and any offensive comments it will delete. If you're broadcasting to Twitch, there is a bot. It will monitor the conversation, and anything offensive it will delete. And you set these up on your channels. Okay, you do it on YouTube, you do it on Twitch, and when you then go live on those channels, the bots come into operation. In fact, I've been broadcasting when the only person listening to me has been a bot. So do remember, and we're going to, Ike again has got a point about streaming on mobile. If you're streaming on mobile, you're probably on public Wi-Fi. So anyway, minimize the risks given the constraints. So yeah. There is a risk. As long as you're aware of it, I think that's fair. I wouldn't broadcast. I mean, I'm a desktop broadcaster, and I do mobile occasionally. And back in the day, I did mobile live. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. The thing is, as far as security is concerned, what you don't want is your chat, your public chat, to be invaded by people who shouldn't be there. Now, we know that we're broadcasting publicly, we're broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, where you can't, and Twitch, where you can't comment unless you're logged in. So that's a level of security put there by the sites themselves. Okay, but as soon as you are logged in, you don't have to use your real name, and you can get what we call a troll. Now, a troll is somebody who's not at all interested in what you're doing. Now, this occasionally happens on other platforms as well, which I won't mention because they've done a good job of actually sorting it out. Sorting out comments that you're not expecting in a live broadcast is, to a certain degree, undertaken by the systems themselves. If you're broadcasting to a lesser known channel, then you may have to be prepared for some level of trolling. Now, in terms of a troll, you can identify them because they start asking you for personal information, and we've said don't give any personal information out. They also make comments which are not germane to what you're talking about and nothing to do with what you're talking about. And the thing to do then is just ignore them. I in the early days, you basically put a comment on screen and then you thought, shouldn't have done that. So now I double check all the comments, and a comment never gets on screen automatically. Yeah. The other thing is, as far as being secure is concerned, I have the ability to invite 15 people into my studio. And I do that by a link. Now, if I were to put that link openly on Facebook or on LinkedIn, then I'm actually publicizing it to the world. Yeah. If I put a link publicly somewhere, I mean, I could put on Facebook, I could put it to friends only, similar facility on LinkedIn. The fewer people who know the guest link for your broadcast, the better. Yeah, and I was coming on to that, but yes, it's good to have somebody actually monitoring the chat whilst you're live. Because the thing is that we're in the studio, and my concentration at the moment is on presenting the show, hopefully with sound. And that's where my concentration goes. I'm splitting myself between the agenda and talking. Yeah, that's the ideal situation. Now, in an ideal world, you'd have a team behind you. If you're doing corporate broadcasting, you'd certainly have a team, and they would be monitoring the chat, and they would be removing and reporting anybody who trolls you. Yeah, it's not as prevalent as it used to be, but it is good to have somebody monitor the chat. Also, from a personal point of view, I can verbally respond to all the messages that come in. What I can't do is I can't start writing. If I start writing, then I'll be looking down the corner of the screen, I'll be typing, and that's, to me, that's, as far as a live broadcast is concerned, that's being ignorant. And you don't want to be seen. You want to be seen. The most important people in my world at the moment are Terry and Alec. Yeah, and everybody who's watching this broadcast on replay, and anybody else who's watching live who hasn't commented. The number of comments to a live broadcast is not indicative of the number of people watching or the number of people who watch the replay. Yeah. So thank you for the comment, Alec. So having a team member is a good idea. And let's take myself off solo, and let's go back here. Content privacy and unauthorized recordings. Now, you'll notice on this broadcast there is a logo, and it's the promotional logo for OneStream Live. If anybody copies this broadcast, they have to go to certain lengths to actually remove that logo. And watermarking is one of the things that we can do with broadcasts, especially before we do, if we've got a recording to go out, we can watermark it. Unfortunately, people do use other people's videos. And if that happens on Facebook or on YouTube, or most major commercial enterprises, if somebody borrows your stuff, you'll get a notification. Facebook have got a video matching system, and if somebody uses part of your broadcast, they will match, and they will warn you about it, and then you can take it up from there. But the thing is, I mean, some people would say being copied is not fun. Yeah, it just isn't fun. And if you are, supposing I was giving out, I was actually doing a lecture, and the lecture was a private lecture, and only people who paid could come and watch it. The thing is that if somebody got hold of the recording, they could put that out to the world, or they, even worse, they could charge for it. It is a fact. Just be aware of it. Facebook will warn you. You'll get help from the major broadcasting sites to actually help you, but just be aware that it does happen. Okay, not a lot, but it does. So this is more this show today, which I'll just bring it back here so we know this show, which is 5 shocking live stream risks you must avoid, brought to you by OneStream Live and featuring Stephen Healy. Okay, so let's come back to me. If I go and add this to the stream and replace what I've got and go down. So plagiarism, I haven't been affected by it, but that doesn't mean that other people aren't. If you're putting content that you're charging for, you've got to watch it. I know that I'm not going to name names, but certainly online courses have been copied and used, and videos have been copied and used by other people. There is software out there which can take it down from anywhere. Yeah, so the best way to protect yourself is put a watermark or a logo onto your broadcast. And if you want to advertise yourself, then if I go over here, then if you don't want to be imitated, that's here. And okay, I can just leave Stephen Healy on the screen, and anybody who copies this video is marketing me. Yeah, so it's a two-way thing, but it is something to be aware of. Okay, so let's switch around, and I'm going to go for my glasses again and go back to the chat in a second. Content piracy, unauthorized recordings can happen. Use a watermark where possible. Use digital rights management, but that's more for recording than live. And monitor for unauthorized uploads, and keep an eye on your networks. Make sure that nobody is actually using your things. Over to Alec. It's good to have a team manage to chat, and over. Alec, so if you're using HeyGen avatar script, so if you're using HeyGen avatar with a script, wouldn't this be easy to replicate on HeyGen and therefore removing the watermark? Just a minute, let me digest that because it's over the top. Right, okay. If you use a script, wouldn't this be easy to replicate on HeyGen and therefore removing the watermark? Good point. The avatars on HeyGen are public and can be used by anybody, but your own avatar on HeyGen is part of your private collection. So my image is, as far as I know, and anything I create with it. The thing that I don't do is when it's me, I've got a process that I use, so it can't really be copied. With HeyGen and avatars in general, you can use any face, and you can use any voice. Okay. Now, when I did a video of me, I used a script, and I used an avatar to read the script, and everybody said, "That's not you." There is no energy in what you're doing. Yeah. So people can tell that it's not you because your voice is flat. Yeah, if we go here just for a moment, let's just go here. If you get an avatar, and we're just going to go for this one, if I can find it. Okay, I'll come back in a sec. So let's recap.
My name is Mira, and here is today's agenda. Introduction 1, unauthorized access and stream hijacking. 2, data breaches and sensitive information leaks. 3, inappropriate or offensive content in the chat. 4, content piracy and unauthorized recordings. 5, technical failures and downtime. 6, choose a secure streaming platform. 7, train your team. 8, communicate with viewers. 10, stay updated on security trends. Remember, a secure live stream is not just about technology. It's about building trust and delivering a seamless professional broadcast.
We're now back to me. I'll just go to the chat. The thing I love about OneStream Live is I get notified. And yeah, I am using, I am live. This is me, I'm live. I'm using, the avatars I'm using are public and can be used by any HeyGen subscriber. Yeah. The words are mine, and we're using the voice, and I think the quality of the video is actually very impressive. Yeah, from my point of view, which is why I've used it. It's come a long way. I first ran across HeyGen in 23, and I showed it on screen, and Nick Wood said, "That's rubbish." And as soon as Nick said, "That's rubbish," I forgot all about it. Now I think the quality of the avatars, the quality of the lip sync is so darn good. Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, okay, I will always present my live shows live. Okay. And the time now is, just a minute. The time now is 15:45 in the UK, 10:45 on the East Coast. So I will always go live. Just a minute, I just need to go somewhere. Okay, back to the main view. Okay. But as far as my videos are concerned, my promotional videos and my videos on Udemy, it will be me. But what I do is I could record myself here, okay, and I could use this for a Udemy video. But the problem is that when you're recording a video, you actually do things that you shouldn't do. When you want a professional video on Udemy, you want to be looking straight at the camera all the time. Yeah, you don't want your eyes wandering off. You want to be looking straight at the camera. That's the avatar. You supply Agen with an avatar, and they're looking at the camera, and that's the person who's going to present the script. Now, if I gave my Agen avatar a script, it would sound wooden. It would be flat. There'd be no energy in the voice at all. So what I do, I'm giving my secrets away now, is I know what I'm going to talk about, and I just come into the studio, into the OneStream Live studio, and I record a video on what I want the avatar to say with my voice. I then download the video file. I take away from that the audio file, so I'm left with the audio file. I then upload the audio file to HeyGen, tied in with my looking at the camera avatar. The two are melded together. Lip sync is perfect. And when I'm talking for 3 or 4 minutes on a lecture on Udemy, I'm looking straight at the camera all the time. There's no hand movements. There's no looking to the side. Everything is spot on. So from a presentation point of view, it's the best we can get. It's better than us. Yeah. Because providing a video is not over long, and I'm talking 3 to 5 minutes, then a Udemy video with somebody actually looking at the camera works so well. Right. And that stops me being pirated because it's my image and it's my voice. And if this accidentally became public, then it's never going to be me, because it's never going to have the energy that's in my voice. So if you're listening, if you watch a video and the tone flat and level and there's no emotion in the voice, then you're watching an avatar recording. Okay, thank you for that, Alex. Let's go back off solo again. And all right, okay, let's just come back. And Alex is saying that's a good way of doing it. Thank you. I perfected it now, and basically the avatar is on Agen, the voice is by OneStream, and then we put the two together, and it just simply works. And if you check out I'll put the video on LinkedIn, and you can actually check it out and see what it looks like. I did a promo for this broadcast today, which is on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on X, it's on, where else do we go? Blue Sky and Threads, videos everywhere. So if you check me out on Blue Sky or Threads, you'll see the video is actually there. And it's using the technique I've just described. Okay, now, piracy, it doesn't happen too often, but when it does, it's annoying, and you can do your bit by watermarking everything that you do. Right, okay, technical failures and downtime. Basically, you need to have a plan B when you're live broadcasting, because what you don't want is things to go totally wrong. If this broadcast had gone totally wrong, then within 10 minutes, my plan B is I'm working from a secure streaming platform to a secure streaming platform. OneStream Live is secure. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter are all secure. So the security is being done for us. If we broadcast, I'm going to say this, to reputable sites, then security to a large extent is taken care of. Okay, back to me, back to glasses. Now, we did go to technical failures. We've experienced those today. And if this broadcast had been a mishmash after 5 minutes and 2 people had reported it, then I would have stopped this broadcast and I would have set up a new one and gone again, and I'd have been live within 10 minutes. Yeah, that's my plan B. I know I can be live again in 10 minutes. And that basically the way that I deal with things. But you've got to have a plan B for when things do go wrong, because the security is not just, it's all part of providing professional broadcast. It's all part and parcel of it. Now, I'm quickly going to go through the remainder of the agenda. Okay, I'll come back to this at a future date, but for the moment, choose a secure streaming platform. Train your team. Alec mentioned it earlier. You could have a team of people helping you and monitoring the chat and helping you set up and streaming out to other places which they can monitor. And the other thing is to communicate with the viewers, which I've been doing today. You have to keep up a conversation with viewers, because that way they will feel secure in the environment you're creating. When you're broadcasting, you create an environment and you want people to feel safe in that environment. Now, we're broadcasting only today. I always go Wednesday, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK, live on the OneStream Live channel on YouTube. This is a YouTube only broadcast. Replays later, but the live is only ever on YouTube. And we direct everybody towards YouTube to actually catch the live and the replay. We're in control. For everything that we've looked at today, we are in control. There are things we can do. Now, I've got to say, the vast majority of broadcasts don't have any problems at all. Yeah, they don't, just don't. We don't hear about them. If people were having problems, we'd hear about them. Now, if we go back 4 or 5 years, we heard a lot. Now we don't hear as much, especially on OneStream. Okay, because systems are now reliable. Yeah, there are no security problems within the system. The website is secure. The transmission is secure at both ends. Everything works as it should. But hopefully, I've made you aware of potential risks. The final advice is number 10 on the agenda, which was keep everything up to date. That's the safest way to be, is to keep all your security up to date, keep your software up to date, and keep ahead of trends. Now, you can subscribe to Microsoft Security News, which will keep you up to date on exactly what's happening. Not to frighten you, but just to be aware of, there are security problems. Majority of them are taken care of by the software that we're using and the places we're broadcasting to. To Alec, to Terry, I want to say a big thank you for watching live today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Stephen, live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. And I've got a comment coming in, which I need my glasses for. And it's my good friend, Aman. Aman Views Live. Nice to see you, Aman. Hope you're well. And a Happy New Year. So Happy New Year to you, sir. And to everybody, Happy New Year. We can still say that, even though it's the 8th today. I think we're safe for another couple of days. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And until then, this is Stephen in Wiltshire, England, with Aman. Take care and goodbye for now. I'll leave with the dolphins.